Imagine you own 10 tiny pieces of a dividend-paying company. One day, those pieces send you $20. Now you have a choice. Choice 1, keep the $20 as cash. Choice 2, use that $20 to buy a little more of the same company. Pause for a second. The second choice looks almost pointless at first. It may buy only half a share. On the ownership grid, that is just one small extra slice. But next dividend day, that small extra slice gets paid too. That is the whole aha. DRIP is not about the first dividend. DRIP is about turning each dividend into a slightly larger dividend machine. DRIP stands for Dividend Reinvestment Plan. The name sounds technical, but the mechanism is simple. A company pays you a dividend. Instead of leaving that cash in your account, the plan automatically uses the cash to buy more shares. Often it buys fractional shares, not one whole share, maybe half a share, maybe 1/10 of a share, maybe a tiny square that barely changes the picture, but it still matters because your ownership went up. And if the company keeps paying dividends, that extra ownership can receive future dividends too. So keep this loop in your head. Shares create dividends. Dividends buy more shares. More shares create more future dividends. That loop is DRIP investing. It is not magic. It is not free money. It is your own dividend cash being converted into more ownership. Let's build it with clean numbers. Suppose you own 10 shares. Each share pays a $2 annual dividend. 10 shares times $2 equals $20 of dividend cash. Now suppose the stock price is $40. If $20 is reinvested at $40 per share, the cash buys half of one share. The formula is just new shares equals dividend cash divided by share price. 20 divided by 40 equals 1/2 of a share. So after reinvesting, you own 10.5 shares. That half share looks small, but now run the next dividend. If each share still pays $2, 10.5 shares create $21 of dividend cash. The extra dollar came from the half share your previous dividend bought. That is the loop starting to feed itself. $20 bought half a share. That half share helped create $21. That $21 can buy a little more stock. Then the next dividend is based on a slightly larger share count. At first, the motion is slow. The first few extra squares barely move the line, but the mental model is powerful. Cash payments become ownership claims. Ownership claims can create more cash payments, and over time, repeated small changes can become visible. There are two possible engines here. Engine 1 is share count. DRIP can increase how many pieces you own. Engine 2 is dividend per share. If the company raises the dividend over time, each piece may also pay more. When both engines work, the dividend line can bend upward faster. But the word if is doing real work. The company has to keep paying. The business has to remain healthy, and the price you reinvest at still matters. That brings us to the first beginner trap. The same dividend does not always buy the same amount of ownership. Take the same $20 dividend. If the stock costs $20, the dividend buys one full share. If the stock costs $40, it buys half a share. If the stock costs $80, it buys only a quarter share. Same cash. Different price. Different ownership added. So DRIP does not remove valuation from the decision. It quietly makes a buy decision for you every time a dividend arrives. That is why Uncle Glide's rule is, automatic does not mean intelligent. If you would not choose to buy more of that business at today's price, automatic reinvestment deserves a second look. Now separate DRIP from interest. With a bank account, interest adds dollars to a dollar balance. With DRIP, reinvestment adds shares to an ownership balance. Those are different. Shares can rise, shares can fall, dividends can grow, dividends can be frozen, dividends can be cut. So DRIP is ownership compounding, not guaranteed compounding. Your share count can rise while your account value falls. That sounds strange, but it can happen. You may own more shares of a stock whose price dropped. So do not judge DRIP by share count alone. The better question is simple. Am I accumulating more of something worth owning? Now look at the second trap. The dividend has to survive. Imagine the loop again. Shares create dividends. Dividends buy more shares. More shares create more future dividends. Now cut the dividend in half. The loop slows. Now cut the dividend to 0. The loop stops. That is why payout ratio matters before DRIP. Before deciding to reinvest this dividend, ask this: can this dividend keep being paid? If a company is paying out more than it can afford, DRIP can make you buy more of a weakening income stream. That is not a compounding machine. That is automatic concentration. Here is the third trap. DRIP magnifies whatever you reinvest into. If the business is healthy, the dividend is durable, and the price is reasonable, DRIP can steadily increase your ownership. If the business is deteriorating, DRIP can steadily increase your exposure to the problem. The tool is neutral. The business quality is not. Now, one practical detail. In a taxable account, reinvested dividends may still be taxable even if you never spend the cash. The rules depend on the account, the country, and the dividend type. So this is education, not tax advice. Just remember the simple version. Reinvested does not automatically mean untaxed. Now, make the decision rule simple. DRIP can make sense when 4 things are true. 1, you understand the business you're buying more of. 2, the dividend looks sustainable. 3, the current price is reasonable enough that you would be comfortable buying more. 4, you do not need that cash for spending, taxes, or rebalancing. If those are true, DRIP can automate long-term ownership growth. If those are not true, taking the cash can be smarter. Taking the cash is not failure. Cash gives you control. You can reinvest later. You can buy a different company. You can rebalance. You can simply keep the money. The point is not that DRIP is always better. The point is that DRIP turns a dividend into a buy order. So before turning it on, make the buying question explicit. Would I buy more of this business today? Final rule, use DRIP only when you would be happy to buy more of the same business at the current price. Education only, not financial advice.